All right, today we're going to show you our setup here at our 5 acres in the Rocky Mountains, Colorado area. And we have, I'm just going to start over here and show you that we put up a volleyball net and area. And I also have a mower. So I mowed a square and I put the rope on the ground, and it was pretty windy. I just need to tighten that up, but it's awesome to play some volleyball here. So let's go this way and we're gonna show you our main area. Like I said, 5 acres. We're only using a little bit of it, but I will show you, if you've seen the first video that we did called Our New Place, you'll see that we've made some progress since then. So we dumped a bunch of wood here. We got it stacked there. I have a garbage can that I strapped down so the bears can't open it. If you've seen that video, I did have a bear on video trying to open that, by the way. We put a lot of extra wood there. Burned a lot of our cardboard, so we kind of burn a lot of our garbage. The rest of our garbage we put in there about once a week. 1 block away that way, the next gate is where we could just dump the garbage. So I drop it in the truck and then just drop the garbage there, and it is awesome. But let's go show you this area over here. If you watched the last video, this water tank was in the truck, by the way. And now I have this water tank here and I fill it up, okay? And right here we have a pump. Drop down the water into the pump, and then check this out. We have a manifold here that sends water to both of the trailers. That one goes to that trailer, and then this one goes to the other trailer right over there, and the hoses are right there. So it is pretty awesome. I only have to fill this up once a month, by the way. So fill that up once a month, and then we just take it from there. And then, so the way I fill it up is I actually fill up the water inside this big ice chest, and then pump it out with this pump into here, and then from there we just pump it into the trailers. So we don't have to, we have water, we just fill up some places have cisterns that are like in the ground. This one's just above ground. And so anyway, there it is. And we do have the plug here. We ran lights, and that plug is where we get the power for the pumps and stuff. But we do have hammocks. We have a hangout spot here. We have this big area. The first time you saw this, we only did like a little area, but now we have the whole big area in front of the trailer here for the dogs. And hanging out, we have a grill over there. I'll show you where I put the other grills. And this is really cool for hanging out. Something that I really like, if you saw this video, we do have a lot of games here, but we do have hammocks and kayaks. And look at that. We put that up there and we strapped him in, so he's just like a security camera. Speaking of security cameras, we do have security cameras all over the property here. So on a tree right over there, we have one that's facing that way so we could see when people come in. We have this one here, which is an old doorbell one, but it faces the doorbell. There's one on that tree right over there, and then there's two on a tree over there looking that way and that way. Now you might say, what, are you just paranoid about, people coming? No, not really. They are solar powered and they're hooked up to Starlink. We have Starlink for internet, and it's hooked up all the time, and they're solar powered, but we see a lot of animals and bears and deer and all kinds of stuff. Is really awesome. And so I will show you, we do have sometimes it gets a little windy, so the chairs fall over, but we do have some kind of a kid area that we made for the grandkids. And again, the dogs love this big area, but then the dogs have been kind of, acclimated to the property, that when we let them out, they'll just kind of go back and forth. They won't go any farther, even though I have the dog runs over here that I'll show you. But I want to show you this. Look, I have this here. That is the regulation for the darts. Last time I showed you my practice shots. This was my practice shots the last time I was shooting, I kind of ended. Looks like I got a triple on the 17, but you know, that's kind of that. And then we do have some more hammocks here, and we do have an outhouse. I did build a ramp here, so let me show you this right over here. So we do have the outhouse with the septic tank, and with this trailer, you know, we do have the water. The hoses are just always connected, and so I just, whenever I fill it up, it just fills up. And then right over here, because this one doesn't have a septic hooked up to it, I went ahead and got one of these. And so I've had this for a while. So this empties, you know, the gray water, the black water twice probably, but I always just empty it once and then put it in here. This wheels up over here to the where the septic is, the drain is pretty much. And that drains into the outhouse, okay? And I'll show you the outhouse, and then I'll show you what I made with that ramp and how it works. It's pretty cool. But here in the outhouse, there's the electric. That one goes over to that trailer. But here is the outhouse, and it is it has electric and a light, so it's very nice. It's very nice. Okay. And it does have motion out here that if you had to come here, but we do have restrooms. That trailer has a very nice restroom with shower, and very big. It's 29 feet. This one's 21. And so let's talk about this ramp really quick. And so this ramp, you can see it goes right here into there, and then under the ground, it goes into the septic tank. And then that I think it's like $200 to have it emptied, and you only have to empty it once a year, pretty much. I mean, that's the way. So anyway, as far as that, and the water, by having the property here, the water is actually free and included. So the only thing you have to pay is the electricity bill, which even with charging the Teslas and the refrigerators and different stuff that I'll show you now, and all of the electricity that we use, it's less than $200 a month, by the way. So this little ramp, that thing over there, I would take that, wheel it up here on this ramp, and then hook it up, and it drains inside there. So that's what I kind of did, made a ramp so that was easier to drain. So anyway, I learned that the hard way when I was trying to drain it uphill. No, I'm just playing. I had to put it on the other side, which was under there. So that's why I made the ramp. So it's, you know, okay, you get it. All right, so here's I showed you that already. Okay, somebody wants some attention. Here's Daisy, by the way, fresh haircut Daisy, and Onyx. Hey, Onyx, how you doing? And then don't forget Olive. And you might say, wait a minute, where's Sparky? JJ and Sparky are gone, by the way. They moved closer to town. So they love running, and so is that something I can throw for them? Here, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. They won't give it to me. I'll just pull on it forever. So you guys have fun with that. We have a nice little picnic table here. And this right here, I'll show you. We made like a little thing over here. I'll show you that. Maybe I'll show you that. I don't know. But I brought we have a big dog area over here too. So I bought the Traeger over here. So we have the Blackstone, the Traeger, and then the nice dog area to kind of hang out. And then this is our area where we hang out. We kind of have lots of conversations, great times here, that's for sure. And the funny thing is here, you might say, do you have an air conditioner for outside? Why, yes, we do. It doesn't get hot here, but having a nice breeze, and this fills up with water. So this is like a swamp cooler, but an outdoor swamp cooler. It's pretty awesome, by the way. And again, you can see the hose is automatically connected in, so it just goes. And then, you know, we have all that. I do have another camp thing right there. I haven't used that yet, by the way, because I haven't had to. It's all about just, you know, doing this. But I want to show you inside the shed, and then I'll show you up there. But inside the shed here, Now, we do have places where we collect water from the shed, and I'll show you how we do that. Which that water is mainly just for the fire and the fire pit. But this shed here, you can see we have that security camera on the shed that's looking here as well. But in the shed, you can see we have our refrigerator, freezer. These are really cool because you can switch them, make them refrigerators or freezers. So that's a refrigerator, that's a freezer. But then I put and made my studio here, my little background, my little backdrop with my light, and I have all the lights here. So I'll set up the tripod and camera here, and then do my YouTube here, and Amber practices piano here as well. And so that's pretty cool. And during the winter, we'll stack this and put everything inside there, by the way. But I wanted to show you, you can see up on top, you see this little drain here to catch the rain. It rains pretty often, kind of passing through, you know. And then it drains, and then it goes inside here. And then you have this big tank with the water. So anyway, that's pretty cool. And then I do want to, I'm gonna do another video to actually hike this and show you the whole property. But it is amazing. What I'm doing is I'm planning on putting together, there is a place, like for instance, there's a trail for a car, like you could pull through, there's a like pull through, but the car could go here, but there's also a place where a car can go right up here, and there's like a campsite right there that I'm making. There's gonna be a campsite, like a tent site that will be right there. And then I do have a couple other tent sites, but I do want to show you this other site I've been working on right here. It could be a tent site, but I made it and I'm making it a gym. I don't know if you saw when we were over there, I don't know if you saw, but we had an exercise bike. And then and it's, the funny thing about the exercise bike is when you pedal, it turns on the power, so you don't need to plug it in. But it's funny. So it could be up here, but I'm gonna show you, I made a little trail right here, so I'm gonna show you. So coming right out of here, we go up, okay? And this is really, really cool. Oh, I did want to point out this tree right here on the whole property. This tree is the one blue spruce tree, the only one on the whole property. Look at this. Is that beautiful or what? Blue spruce, okay. And then we do have some aspen as well. And it's not too windy right now, but when you hear the aspen in the wind, I don't know, man, the aspen in the wind is amazing. And then some people, this was before us, we're not cutting this stuff down, but they're getting firewood from here. But the one thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here and get a Christmas tree when it's time for Christmas. It's gonna be awesome. But here's what we made. Look at this place right here, okay? It's flat, right? And look at the trees around it. The trees make like this like canopy, and it is just an awesome place that we're gonna put the exercise bike. I'm gonna put a couple pull-up bars and some and yoga mats and different things just to kind of come up here. Now, it's not too far, but even when you go up higher, I'm gonna have some other areas where I'm gonna make some tent sites and campsites walking up the, you know, in this area. And so it's gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait until we get it done. But the other thing we're gonna put right here is just a place to meditate. It's so peaceful out here. I just love it. So stay tuned for the next video where I'm gonna be going up there, because there is a view up there that looks down on all of this, and the view is absolutely amazing. You're gonna have to see it. So make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on this this journey, this mountain living, huh guys? What do you say? Here comes Daisy. All right, well, that's it.